Hey, can I get a drink? Yeah, what would you like? I don't know, can I get something like fruity and strong, but not too strong? Oh, and can you make it with Kendall Jenner's 818 tequila? Oh, and 26 maraschino cherries, just right there, right on top. A bartender's job is to make whatever drink you want, right? Well, that depends. You can go to a Chili's and have a 19-year-old college student serve you, or treat yourself to a more luxurious night out with the accommodation of a master mixologist with decades of experience. Which one of these two do you think have the skill to concoct the perfect concoction? Who holds the power of the dealer's choice? While the answer may be obvious, the question of where to actually have this experience may be a bit more difficult to answer. A few months ago, I went on Reddit and asked if Austin has a no-menu cocktail bar where you just describe the flavor you want. And the top comment was, you can just do that anywhere, right? This led to some back and forth between other users. But it was at that moment that I realized that people don't even know these bars exist. A bar with no menu. So tell me, what is the difference between a bartender and a mixologist?
I would say the difference between those two people is that one person cares that you call them a mixologist and the other one doesn't.
This is Nina, a writer for the San Antonio Current. I reached out to her to reflect on some of the replies in that Reddit thread. Let's say I went to a random bar on a Saturday night in the middle of the city. What are the odds that I could get a customized drink without getting the stink eye?
I would say that your odds are 50-50 that you're going to get stink eye. You can go to, say, a Coyote Ugly on a Saturday night and the place will be slammed. The bartenders are not going to want to cater to you if you have a, 10 ingredient cocktail preference.
Why is no one talking about no menu concept bars?
The answer to this question is twofold. People are often not really looking to go out and have to make decisions. When you are out and sort of painting the town red, the last thing I think people want to do is give a lot of thought to trying something new and sort of pushing outside their comfort zone. From an operator standpoint, it's very difficult to think about running a bar that doesn't have a set menu because you then have to go through how do you order for a bar like that? How do you order your spirits? How do you order your produce and garnishes? These kinds of things that really take a lot of planning to run a bar. You can't do that when you don't have something to sort of match your ordering list to. So how would you know that you were successful if you weren't making a profit because you weren't really sure what that looked like? You weren't really sure what you were selling.
What is your experience with people requesting custom drinks? Was it appropriate for the place that you worked at the time?
I used to be the assistant general manager at the Esquire Tavern. That's really a place where if you wanted to go and have a really innovative cocktail, especially for this region, that was where you would go. People would walk in and be surprised to see that they could get an old fashioned with mezcal. And that was something that sort of opened up the doors for a lot of people to say, oh, well, if I can have an old fashioned with mezcal, why can't I have, a Negroni or any other traditional, bourbon drink with a different spirit? So it was certainly appropriate for the Esquire. But, I also worked in little divey hole bars where it was like, I don't have the stuff to make a white Negroni. I would have loved to, but it just wasn't something that was ordered often enough to warrant having that sort of stuff in stock all the time.
Is this concept new or has it been around for a while?
I think the concept of a bar, specifically not hosting a printed menu, is something that is newer. It may be something that gets bigger as time goes on, but it's something, when it comes to the craft cocktail trend, it's relatively new.
So do you think the no menu bars are growing more and more, or is it a dumb fad that will never gain traction?
I certainly wouldn't call it a dumb fad. I think there is absolutely a place for establishments that welcome people that don't really know what they want, or they know what they like and they'd like to expand their horizons. I think that there's an opportunity for people to bond over these kinds of things, to bond over trying new things. And hopefully, that will help these kinds of ideas gain traction because I'm all about trying something new. It raises an interesting question. If the specialty cocktails really are the backbone and give you the personality of a bar, what does that say about a bar that doesn't have a menu? And I think that allows people and invites people to create their own journey through the bar and through the experience, which is something that can be really special.